friends and family.
It's all about sharing a feast and cheers.
It's always been happy cause the children are dear.
It's all about peace every time of the year.
If only I could see your face again, not behind the screen at the other end.
If only we could party, kick back your boots, just let me.
Wishing Christmas time we'd be together again.
It's all about the family. It's all about TNC. What? It's all about the family. Don't fret, don't sweat. You know what it is, cause you know, and I know we'll be together
We're
again.
going together to be together. It's Christmas time once again, and you know how we'll begin. Spread love and receive blessings from above.
If only I could see your face again, not behind the screen at the other end. If only we could party, kick back your boots, just let me.
Wishing Christmas time we'd be together again.
Wishing Christmas time we'd be together again.
The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. Born out of passion, we are a community that helps you be the new you. I'm Michelle Mras, live streaming from the beautiful mountains of Colorado, United States of America. You're watching Mental Shift Season 4, Episode 48. Well, good evening to the United States and to the Philippines. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Now, tonight, my guest, let me say this. Many executives and business owners struggle to reach their capacity in life, whether personal or professional. And this isn't because they lack resources or they lack the ability to prioritize their lives. But imagine that your life was represented by a cup of coffee. This is my guest speaking here. Most people know that their capacity is to fill their cup, but they continue to overfill it and they're left frustrated with a mess. My guest tonight works with clients to maximize the results and capacity by helping them make the best choices that yield the best and greatest return. He happens to be one of the people I go to when I need help refilling my cup and to work out things in my life. My friend, my fellow John Maxwell coach friend, Nathan Cook. Please welcome Nathan Cook.
Hey, hey, hey! Merry Christmas! Well, it's coming up soon, right?
It's coming up way soon.
way too soon.
Are
It's
you
so
ready?
good to be here.
I'm so glad you joined me tonight. And you even have your little red bow on.
You know, I had a feeling that you were going to have a little bow somewhere around there, and I wanted to match you. And it's that season, and I don't really have a lot of red, so I went with the red bow tie.
'Tis the season to be jolly.
La 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 la. So we probably shouldn't do that.
Nathan can sing, though. That's one of the reasons Nathan and I met. We met because we were both at a retreat, but then we both like to sing. And he caught me singing in the hallway, and he started harmonizing with me, and it was instant friendship.
Yeah, it really was, and even to this day, we still catch ourselves singing melodies together. And isn't it funny how when you really get to know someone, your hearts sing together, and that's really something that Michelle and I, it happens so naturally for us. We get together, and maybe we're not always singing verbally. Our hearts sing together in a harmonious tone. And I don't know if you've ever experienced that with someone in your life, where you're around them and they just make you sing. There's a harmony about it. But isn't it also funny that there are other people that you get in the room and you're like, man, it's like nails on a chalkboard. We would call that disharmony.
Discord.
Yeah. And Michelle is one of those people in my life that every time that we get to talk, every time that we get to see each other, it is a harmonious masterpiece that is just displayed for everyone around us.
I love that, Nathan. I need to have you on my show more often. No, and what happens is, like, even when we're just going around our normal day, I will have this urge to call Nathan, and he'll call me. Now, to catch me not busy is a really difficult thing to do, but he will call right when I have nothing to do. And it's like, oh, Nathan called. He's synced with me again. That's how we work. But,
and I kind of have magical powers too that we've talked about, because she'll go off in the middle of the mountains where there's no cell reception and she doesn't get signal. And I call her and I'm like, hey, Michelle, how are you doing? And she picks up the phone and we have video. And she's going, how in the world did you get a hold of me? I'm in the middle of nowhere in the mountains and I can see you and hear you.
No one else can call it does not come through. It's you. It must be the harmony that go through the waves and help everything work.
Yeah, same wavelength.
Nathan, you are a coach. You are the facilitator of facilitators. You are the one I go to, and people say, "Who in the world does Michelle go to for advice?" I go to you, and I wanted to share tonight some wisdom that we share together just in our normal conversations, but like in our coaching programs, like you were saying in your intro. People have a cup of coffee and they want more and more and more, and they fill and they overcapacitate. That's not the word I'm looking for.
Overfill. They overextend their capacity. They overreach their ability to fill their cup, and it makes a mess everywhere. And it's frustrating because you want more, but it's like you can't fit more in your life. In fact, you and I both we studied under Paul Sheely for a number of time. And one of the things that really stuck out to me when we were talking with Paul Sheely was that in order to add more to your life, you don't speed up, you slow down. Mm-hmm. If you want to add more to your life, you got to get rid of things. You got to create space for things. And it's so counterculture, especially, we live here in the United States, and it's very countercultural. We think in the United States, oh, we need to get more. You got to add more. You got to stuff more into your life, because the more you have, the happier you're going to be. And what's funny is the less you have, the better life can be, because we actually can create room for the new to come into our life. And so it really is about creating space. But, what's funny is, one of the things that you and I, we've been in this field for quite some time. And we've been around gurus. We've been around some really smart people. And a lot of people focus on the action of things. We're coming up to the end of the year. What do people like to start their year off with? New Year's
Resolutions.
And if you're going to set New Year's resolutions, you might as well write them on a piece of paper and then throw them in the trash. Because here's what happens is we write those New Year's resolutions, and it's focused on the action points, and it's never focused on the way that we think. It's never focused on the way that we show up in our life of who we are. And if we want more in life, if we want to experience more in life, we have to be more in life. That doesn't mean have more. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you need to stuff more in. It means you need to release some things to allow the fullness, the goodness to actually come in.
Yes. And Nathan, there's a comment that they like the truth bomb behind you.
The truth bomb. Do you like my truth bomb? I just got my truth bomb about a week ago. And the truth bomb is just one of the, I don't know. There's something about me that I get really intimate with my clients that we don't do topical conversation. Like I might ask you how things are going, but there might be a moment where we dive really deep. Prime example of this. Over Thanksgiving, so Thanksgiving here in the United States, if you're not familiar with it, it's a time where we get together with our families and we have gratitude for all of the things, all the blessings that we've received in life. And so right after Thanksgiving, the day after, I'm going about my day, I'm working, and I get a call from a client, and this client never calls me. And the thing out of his mouth is, hey, someone close to me was just diagnosed with cancer, and we don't know how to really compute all of this. And I know that if I asked you to pray for me, that you would pray for me. And I said, of course. And I said, let's pray right now. And I prayed in that moment. And here's the funny thing is that was a client. That's a client. Most people, when they think of a client, they think of a transaction, right? I'm going to pay you for a service, and then you're going to give me something back. And that's the way that it goes. But for me, in fact, when we were at Paul Sheely's retreat, there was something that was said about me, that when you get to know Nathan, when you get to know me, when I become your friend, which I'm a friend with many people, when you become a friend of mine, you become part of my tribe. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of like the lion. Like I put my paws all around everyone and say, don't mess with my people. These are my people. I love my people. Now take a step back, right? And that goes with my clients, that goes with my acquaintances, that goes with the person that's behind, the coffee stand and making my coffee. Every single person in my life means something to me, and I want them to know that I care about them.
Yeah, no superficial in your world.
No, there is no superficial in my world. And so the reason why this truth bomb is so important to me is I can't tell the truth unless people trust me enough to hear the truth. Ooh.
Yeah.
And it's true though.
It is.
How many? I mean, if you're listening right now, give me a like, give me a heart or something like that. If you know someone in your life that makes you so comfortable that you could share everything with them, give me a like, give me some hearts. Let me know that you understand what I'm talking about, because there are people in our life that you just instantly connect with, that just in a second, and you want to share your life story with them. You know who one of those people are for me? Michelle.
I was saying you.
One of those people.
You're one of those people.
We're pointing at each other. But it's so true though. We need people in our life that create a space for us to be who we were created to be. We put all of this. Can I say the CRAP on this?
Yes.
We put crap on ourselves. We're just like, this is who I got to be this. This is the job that I have. This is what my family always believed that I was supposed to be. These are all the expectations that are on me. And we allow the world to pile on all these false identities onto us. And we stop living as the people that we were created to be. And here's what I want to tell you. The more you strip away all of that, and you get back to the core of your DNA of who you are, everything in life starts to sink. Everything in life gets better. When Michelle was launching into this, she stripped everything off bare, and all of a sudden she just started to shine. She started to shine because the true self of who she was more powerful than all the world could put on top of her. It reminds me of that.
You were with me. You were with me when bring us back equal. Bring us back equal so we can talk.
Yeah.
Bring our screens back to equal. Thank you. Nathan was with me when that happened. We were together on this entire journey of stripping all the outside voices, all the things we thought we were supposed to be. And that's the part about Nathan that I love so much. And that's why I respect him so much as a human, as a person, as a coach, as a trainer, as a facilitator. This is why I keep wanting him in my world and I bring him on the show, because he's one of the most pure people I've ever met. I have a lot of wonderful people in my world, but he was there at my most raw state when I thought people would run, that people wouldn't care and people wouldn't love me. He was literally holding my shoulder when I fell apart. And he was there when I was putting the pieces of the real me back together. That is why Nathan is so important to me. And when I talk about finding a good coach that syncs with you, a coach that hears you, I always, in my mind, have Dr. Paul Gili and Nathan in my brain. So that's why I bring you on with me all the time, because I want people, they look at me and do, oh, Michelle's got her stuff together. This man right here, Nathan, was there to help me come back together. And that's why when I think of a coach, an ideal coach, with someone, if you need someone to walk you through and get you through and push you through and guide you through the next level, this man did it with me in a day or two. And then the next time we came back together, he's like, where are you? Let's go to the next level. He helped me get online. Okay, so he helped me with my mental stuff with Dr. Paul Gili's work. Then we worked offline together. Then when I was starting to do my podcasting, he's the one who showed me how to do it. So he's helped me through all these different stages of Michelle that the rest of you get to enjoy. In the background, Nathan's the one who helped me get the confidence I needed to give back to the world in the shining light that I am now. The old me was too afraid to do this. The old me met this man here who said, do you need help? Let me help you. What do you need? Let me hear you. What do you want to talk about? He helped me guide me. If you go back to my old videos, my very first video is with Nathan. You made
And you know,
me live.
And you know what's so funny is right before we got on, I was looking a couple of different things up, and all of a sudden this video of Michelle popped up. And I said, Michelle, oh my gosh, you have to see this. So I threw it up on the screen so she could see it. And her first response was, wait, who is that?
Who is that?
Who is that? Because she looks completely different. She looks completely different. You know, we have infrastructure inside of us, and no amount of new software will ever change the infrastructure of who you are. You're built a very specific way. And if you keep on piling on crap into your life that was never meant to be installed, that was never meant to be there, then you are going to look completely different. You're going to carry a different presence about you. That's why if you go back, I mean, Michelle has pictures.
I kind of want you to go share it. I kind of want you to pull it and put it in the private chat so they can share it. It is amazing. Okay, when Nathan says, can you do it while we're doing this? When Nathan says, I look like a completely different person, when I met him at the Paul Gili, well, I actually met him at the John Maxwell conference, but when I really, really met him at the Paul Gili retreat, we had an exercise where everyone said what they saw in the person when they walked in the room. And people were saying these things about me, and I started crying. And I said, no, that's not me. But that's what everyone was seeing. And what's crazy, amazing about it is everything they said about me and where they saw me in the future, I am now. Everyone in that room saw me as me now, not me then. Yeah. And I'm tearing up Did you get it? Can you see it? Can you share it into the private chat?
I'm getting it, right, Matt? I'm getting it
Okay.
from my side.
Okay, because here's the thing. People will see a transformation of me from the outside. But what happened, and this is what we're going to talk about in the second half of this show, okay, when we come back from commercial, is it's the internal change that will really make the difference. My external did not change because I willed it. My external changed because my mind and my heart changed. It changed from the outlook of what I thought I looked like. And I basically borrowed the belief in everyone else until I believed it and became who I really am.
Yeah.
Who are you? Are you what everyone tells you to be? Or are you really you? And I can promise you, I love the woman that I allowed to come out, the woman that everyone else in that room saw, that I refused to see until I was walked through by two amazing coaches, Dr. Paul Sheely and my very good friend, Mr. Nathan Cook. And he's trying to pull up this video. I did not recognize myself.
So I don't have the video, but I can do one better for you. I can show you a great still of you would see that this is one of probably the more remarkable times in her life where Michelle was being recognized for an award, a prestigious award in front of 35 out of 35,000 coaches. She was recognized. And you know what was interesting about this is she needs to win this award again, in my opinion, because she's a completely different person now than she was back then. But let me show you what this looks like. Right there. Can you guys see that? This right here, this was the Michelle that I met. Who is this?
I don't know.
Now, if you look really deep at the skeletal piece, at the structure, at the infrastructure of who she was, she's got the eyes, which is, you know what my mother always said, your eyes are the window to your soul. And how true that is. And I'm going to say something, and hear me when I say this. She was carrying a lot of weight. She was carrying a lot of weight right here. Mm-hmm. And she was carrying a lot of weight right here. And you know what happened? She started to take things out of her life. She didn't add more. She didn't need to add more into her life. What she needed was to take things away. The soul does not grow by addition. The soul grows by subtraction.
Yes. That me wanted more and wanted more out of myself and punished myself and never was happy, was always judging myself for everything. I mean, I couldn't walk past a mirror without judging myself. I couldn't get that award without complaining that I didn't deserve it. And it was just all these things that the outside forces I allowed to become me. And that's what Nathan and I will address on the second half of this show is what defines you? Because he and I have gone through some amazing transformations together over the past several years. Mine, of course, much more dramatic because I was holding on a lot. But that picture he showed, I believe I was well in the 380s at that point. And here I was diagnosed with breast cancer, had a brain injury, and I was still punishing myself. And I was being recognized as John Maxwell DNA Award for
a culture award
for positive attitude. And it's like, that was when I just got my positive attitude. You shouldn't see me now. Yeah,
it's right. True. Yeah, it's true. But I mean, isn't it funny? You know, all around us, we are told that in order to be happy, in order to change things in your life, in order to have more, in order to experience more, you've got to do more in life. You got to do more. Come on, go out. You got to, cut your sleep.
You got to live
work harder. You got to live more. You got to have more adventure. You got to more friends. I mean, isn't it funny? Even, in social media world, so many people are focused on the number of friends that they have. It's friends. Friends. And you know what's interesting? The friends that I hold dear in my heart, so my birthday was just on the 9th of December. My favorite birthday messages were the messages from people who texted me, who called and sang happy birthday to me, who recorded videos of them and their family singing and playing the piano. Our good friend Justin did that for me.
Oh.
And you know what's funny about this is the people that mean the most in your life will be the ones that do the most, meaning they go above and beyond to find you where you're at.
I was like, I was in the middle of Vegas. It's Nathan's birthday. Quick, sing. Who's Nathan?
It's true. It's very true. But those are the times in our lives when you really start to know who your friends are.
Well,
and
it's huge.
Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking when you met me over at the Paul Sheely retreat, that was when I was complaining that all my friends left me. People I thought cared left me because of my brain injury and then my breast cancer. I lost more. And I was really heartbroken that I I had such a big circle. And when they all went away, and then I met you, and I met Mikkel, and I met, Teresa and Paul, I'm like, why was I was not opening space for other people because I thought these other people were supposed to be in my life. And when they all dropped, very quality people popped into my world that I would have never seen before. And it was like, what a blessing that all these things happened to me that forced me to look at myself and then seek more help. And there's where I found my friends that are still with me today, who still uplift me and move me to another space. So what kind of people are you allowing into your world? Are these people making you feel worse about yourself? Do they believe in your future? Like Nathan's, I can't even imagine my life without Nathan. If he ever left me, I would have to hunt him down, because I need him in my world because he sees me and he loves me, even though he saw the old me. He saw this inside of this broken woman and he helped guide me. And it doesn't, I'm saying it again. I always say it. Yes, she says, happy birthday to you. Even though she complained about your beard hair, because I complained about it too.
Hey, you know what? This takes a long time for me to grow. I think it looks rather nice.
It actually looks better than it used to.
Look how beautiful that is.
Yes, you're a grown-up, Nathan. Yes, you are.
I am a man. Let me grow my hair out, Mom.
But honestly, it's just find people in your world who support you and see a greater future for you, whatever you see, that they believe in you too. I cannot explain how important it is to have a coach, a mentor, a friend who believes in your dream. I mean, I share dreams with Nathan that I just threw. I mean, I threw far and went, one day this would be really cool to have.
Do you remember when you told me that you wanted to have a TV show?
And it's here. I know. And I just got asked to be on 2 other shows, 2 other bigger platforms. I'm like, really? So, I mean, here it is. You all saw me, this me, years ago. And it took me years to find this woman. A lot of inner work, a lot of coaching, a lot of mentoring, and a lot of deep thoughts, and I'm using a lot.
A ton
of introspective looks and honest looks so that I could force myself out of my comfort zone. A lot of times I did it through speaking out loud about things that were bothering me. I wrote a couple of books about things that were locked up inside of me. So do what you need to do. If it's writing, if it's speaking, if it's drawing, if it's talking to your friend and having a cup of coffee, whatever it is that you need to break through you. We're going to talk about that right after the break, okay? So Nathan, stay tuned. If you're here live, thank you, Jackie, Helene, and Michael, and I can't see the rest because it went up on the screen, but you're watching live. Share the live stream, and we will be right back after these commercials. Season's greetings from Colorado Springs, USA. Remember, have yourself a merry little Christmas and enjoy your family and friends this season. And we'll see you in the new year. Season's greetings. My name is Michelle Mras from Mental Shift. I'd like to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and remember to have yourself a merry little Christmas and have a wonderful time with your family and friends this season. Welcome back. TNC is a live stream platform of online shows for people on the go. So please watch all of our shows as seen on the screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you. TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our vision is to become a global 24/7 live stream channel that showcases Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity. Please watch Mental Shift, as you're doing right now, every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time in the United States and Wednesday mornings at 10:30 a.m. in the Philippines. You can watch live or on replay via Facebook or YouTube. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just search hashtag TNC Now. And then for sponsorships, if you'd like to sponsor my show, Mental Shift, please email NOW, so now, at thenewchannel.com or send a direct message via Facebook or YouTube. And then enjoy these life-changing shows because we made them just for you. And what's really cool as we come back to the show, for those of you who have not noticed the countdown for Christmas, dun, 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 we have 3 days before Christmas here in the USA. And you've got less in the Philippines. So Nathan, where are you? Come back so we can take a picture. Wait, really? Can I even get in there? Can we do our subtle picture? Okay, wait. Okay, and then
picture?
And then I'm gonna do this. And then you can all use it for your postcards.
Please don't send postcards. I don't want to see my face on a postcard. You can send it to your friends though. They might like the crazy redheaded guy.
3 days to Christmas.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Even though there's no snow,
there'll be snow on
degrees.
Saturday.
Nope, 68 degrees. In
Saturday
Colorado,
here.
we are getting warm. You're in Oregon, you're getting snow?
We're getting snow. I think this is the first time that I have ever experienced a Christmas snow. We're supposed to get snow on Christmas Day, the day after Christmas, and the day following. So we're going to get a white Christmas, which here in Oregon, no one knows how to drive in snow. So we're going to have cars piled up everywhere. It's going to be like Christmas.
Well, no, that maybe it's snowing and it's Christmas Day. No one will be traveling. Everyone will be home opening gifts.
That's true. We'll be traveling, but...
Oh, yes, you are. So yeah. Good thing I didn't send your Christmas gift yet. Good thing I'm waiting to the new year.
I love it.
I'm serious. I forgot to mail it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. We'll have to sing before we get off the air. How about that?
I would love that.
Okay.
Just make sure you go low enough because my voice is feeling very bassy today. Michelle doesn't like my bassy voice. Thank you, Helena. I'm really glad that you keep praying for me.
Helene, yeah, she's very good at that. She takes care of me too. She's my chemo buddy.
I saw that.
Yes. So now that we're on the second half, and we were talking about, to become the best version of you, and as I say, unapologetically, we have to learn to stop piling on things. Remember, Christmas time is the time for giving and being thankful. And we get confused by that and want to acquire more. And as we're coming into the new year, we start making New Year's resolutions for what we want in the future. Mm-hmm. What Nathan and I are about to address now, so you might want to start sharing with your friends. is the purpose of stop piling on, but releasing, because he shared that picture of me and what I have released mentally and physically, how releasing is actually the best growth process for all of us. And then for New Year's resolutions, we'll address that on how we should be approaching resolutions. So, Nathan, where do we want to start?
Man, I think there's so first of all, if you haven't already, grab a pen because it's about to get good right now. Michelle, I know, is going to drop some gold as well as I'll drop in some silver around her gold. How about that?
No, you've got gold. Yeah, we got platinum coming.
But you know what I love about what you're saying is it's true. Around this time of year, we're always concerned about trying to get more so that we can give more. But you cannot give that which you do not have, right? We've heard that over and over. And if you're completely full, how are you supposed to take more on? And so the only way to give more is to actually just release more, to give more of what it is that you have. You know, you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of fancy stuff.
No.
You could, you know, one of my practices this past year that has been mind blowing to me is I went to, you know, the large company that shall not be named, and I ordered a bunch of little cards. They're about like this big, really small. And I started writing personalized handwritten notes to people that I would meet. And these are people that I had only had maybe one conversation with in the past. And I just wrote encouragement to them. I wrote, you know, best wishes and love towards them. And then I handed it to them the very next time that I saw them. I still have a bunch of them because I haven't seen some people. And here's the thing is it doesn't take a lot, but it does take a little bit more effort on our part. And when I say a lot more effort, I mean, I'm not putting hours into writing notes. It takes 5 minutes to write a quick note. It doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes I write 2 sentences to someone, and that means the world to them. In fact, let me know in the comments, let me know the last time that you received a handwritten note. Who wrote the last handwritten note to you? I bet you could probably think of that person. Why? Because very few people actually do handwritten notes. And so when it comes to this idea of wanting to give more during this season, we think of, oh, we got to get the really fancy gifts. We got to do this grandiose gesture. No, the greatest piece for us is to recognize and see the people that are around us. In fact, that's the greatest gift that I give to every person, my clients, my friends, my family. I give my attention and I give my times. I give my ears, these things. I give ear to what people are saying, and I make them feel understood. The greatest gift that you can give to any human being is the gift of understanding and the gift of feeling loved. Mm-hmm. The gift of understanding and that gift of feeling loved.
But Nathan, here's the thing about you. You do that year round.
I do.
Mm-hmm. It's not just a Christmas time thing. And that's really what Nathan and I really get back down to is every day is a grateful day. Every day is a giving day and doing something small. I mean, I've seen him in a coffee shop where he does, I just love your hair. Oh, those earrings are beautiful on you. You make the best coffee. He just compliments people and he means it.
Yeah.
That's a gift every day. Mm. Yes. Nathan, that's your natural state.
It's seeing the blessing. And here's the thing. I love that you say that it's not a once a year thing. It's an everyday thing. Every single day I'm looking for opportunities to pour into people. We get into this misconception of holidays and different celebrations that we only celebrate things on special days. No. You should celebrate the good every day. You know what? Do you want to know when I celebrate Valentine's Day? Every day except Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. Every day I celebrate Christmas. Every single day I celebrate, here in the United States, 4th of July. Independence is a country, our freedom. And that's something that I celebrate every single day.
And that's why I wanted to bring that up was because not only do we do each of these holidays every day, because every day is special. Every day that you wake up is a gift. Every day. Now, since we were going on every day, New Year's resolutions. Why does one wait to one particular day to declare something for the rest of the year? Nathan and I, when it comes into your head, you've declared it. Right, Nathan?
Yeah.
So here's the thing about New Year's resolutions, and that's why we wanted to talk about it, is stop waiting. If there's something you want to do, do it now. Nathan several months ago says, I want to get healthier again. I have 2 babies in this house and I'm losing it. I got to work out. And he did. He didn't say, I'm gonna get an exercise bike and I'm gonna get it for Christmas and I'm gonna wait till Christmas. No, he did it now. What are you waiting for?
Yeah. If you want to make a change, you start today. You don't wait till tomorrow. I mean, how crazy would that be? You know, if someone, if you had let's say, you know, you have your appendix burst inside of you and your family goes, you got to go to the hospital. You go, yeah, but let's put it off until tomorrow. I know it's bad. I know I need to take care of it. I know I got to get it fixed, but let's just do it tomorrow. I mean, I had coffee scheduled today. You know, it was going to be my day off. Let's just do it tomorrow. You would look at me and go, Nathan, what's wrong with you? No. It's time to go. In fact, most of my good friends, my family, would probably hit me over the head with something and drag me into the car. Right?
Yes.
Why, you stop waiting for tomorrow. And here's another thing. Stop saying you're going to make the decision. I'm going to make... and in fact, stop saying you made the decision. Making a decision isn't a step. I decided that this year I am going to be healthy and I am going to be sexy. You know what? You know what making the decision costs? You know how much effort it takes to make a decision? Zero, zilch, nothing.
Or as Yoda says, do or do not.
Because that's what it is.
Yes.
It's do or do not. You either do something or you don't. Every single day, you're making a decision, whether conscious or unconscious, you're making the decision to either move forward into a better light, to a better life, or you're moving back. There's no such thing as stagnation. There's no such thing as staying in one place. In fact, you start falling backwards.
Well, Nathan, just like in my own journey, I'd call you every day just for motivation. I would wake up and I'd say, I have to go to the gym. I'm going to the gym. Nathan, I'm going to the gym. You said, okay, you're going to the gym. Good for you. I do. No, I'm telling you as I'm walking to the gym so I don't turn around. He was my accountability partner. There was no, I think I might. It was, I am. And I needed another voice to say, okay, I know you are. Okay, then I'm not going to turn around. I'm going to keep going. And if you need an accountability partner to be in the present tense, you know, you all learned present, present, past, participle, all those things. Present, everything that you want and what you want in the future, it's already there. You must step towards it. Just like we said, when I walked into Dr. Paul Sheely's room at his retreat and everyone saw me, I had to step into what they saw me. Even though I didn't know it was there yet, I believed in what they saw and stepped towards it every day, one little step at a time. But I kept moving until I reached it. And I didn't even know I reached it until people like Nathan said, you look amazing. And you're clearer. I didn't see it until other people I trusted told me that I had hit some point. Keep walking forward. Stop saying I'm gonna one day. Tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Live like there isn't a tomorrow. Okay. I'm not saying go wild, crazy, jump off things without parachutes. Okay. I'm saying live with the intention that tomorrow is not promised. You must move. You must seek what you want now. Not, okay, well, when my kids grow up, then I'm going to do. Oh, when this happens and, when I make $50,000 in a day, then I'm going to. Stop putting parameters on your happiness. Stop putting parameters on your well-being. Today is the day. Oh, but Christmas is coming and I love all the sweets. So I know I'm diabetic, but it's Christmas time. I'm just going to have this next season of treats. Really? Like Nathan said, your appendix just burst.
Yeah.
Are you going to wait till the holidays are over so you can enjoy? No. You're prolonging something that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. Do something today. Nathan, come back. Come visit with me again.
Yeah. Well, I love what you said. It's just stop. Well, Nathan, it's hard. I've got a past. I got a history. Stop. Just stop. Stop making excuses. It's all a bunch of BS. Belief system.
BS is belief system.
It's a belief that you have. It's a belief that you hold on to that you can't change, that you can't step out of this, that you can't move on with your life. It's all a belief. Your life is driven by belief.
And it's the only one you've got.
It's the only life that you have. And most of us walk around just like these little zombies, just like, okay, like we're going to go over here. Oh,
Yep.
I want an ice cream.
They're doing blinders.
And what you need to do is you need to take off the blinders and decide what it is that you want. You know the biggest mistake for people in their life is they never decide what it is that they want. Here's a funny thing. A lot of new clients will come to me and I'll ask them what they want. And Michelle, what do they tell you? What do they tell you when you ask them, hey, what do you want? What do you want?
I want to be happy.
I want to be happy. Well, here's something I hear. Well, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be frustrated. They tell me everything that they don't want. And then when I go back, hey, wait, come back with me now. Come back. What do you want?
I don't want. Yeah. And here's the thing, what Nathan and I both work with as coaches is whatever you focus on is what you get. Okay. So if you are focusing on what you don't want, that is what you're going to get more of. Mm-hmm. As I said earlier, I was always focused on how I looked and I hated the way I looked. I thought I wasn't good enough, blah, blah, blah. I kept focusing on that. And I was. When I started focusing on what I wanted and what could be, and I wanted a TV show, and I wanted to be healthy and live for my children and meet my grandchildren, everything shifted. What Nathan is sharing with you right now, what I am sharing with you right now, is stop looking at the future as what you don't want and look at the future of what you want. When people talk about manifestation, you don't create your future by avoiding what you don't want.
Yep.
It's recognizing what you don't want and focusing on what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And here's the thing is, whatever you focus on is going to grow in your life. If you give it that attention, it's going to grow. It's going to become bigger in your life. Why would you focus on all the things that you don't want? You know, when I was learning how to drive, my father always said, if you're taking the turn, you look at the end of the turn. You don't look at the stop sign. You don't look at the deer off in the forest as you're turning the curve. Because guess what happens? That's right where you're going. Wherever your focus is, wherever your eyes are, that's where you're going to go. And so many of us are so focused on our situation, on what life has dealt us, and we're going, this is what I have, this is all I ever have. And you're right.
Look at my past. This is what's me. No, it's your past.
You're right that those are the things that you're going to have until you shift your focus into the things that you want to create space for in your life. You know what's funny is one of the things Michelle was talking about my health journey. And this past year, I started to say to myself very consistently, I want to make healthy choices. I'm making healthy choices. I make healthy choices. I make healthy choices. And you know what happens when you say that like 500 times in a year? You start to go and reach for that cheeseburger. You reach for that chocolate milkshake. And you hear yourself go,
healthy choices.
I make healthy choices. And I go, but it's a hamburger. I love hamburgers. It's a chocolate shake. But you know what happens? Is it primes me to make the decision that is in alignment with what I truly want.
Exactly.
You know why you don't this is why we don't make decisions towards futures that actually benefit us is we never decide what kind of futures we want to live into. What futures we want to create today. Life doesn't happen like that. It happens like this.
In baby steps.
Baby steps. Exactly. And it's not about what you do, it's about how you think, and it's about who you are. If you want to change who you are, you change the way that you think.
I love it. I love it. Or as I like to start a lot of my speeches as, do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you
Where are you
going to?
going to?
Do you
Do
know?
you know?
I mean, it's a powerful statement from Diana Ross. I don't know who wrote the lyrics, but it's very powerful because we wake up every day just willy-nilly expecting life to happen. But really what happens is you must live a life of intention. John Maxwell says it all the time. You must live a life of intention. You must know what you want, when you want it, and how you want it, and be boldly walking towards it, or as I say, unapologetically walking towards it. You need to circle yourself with those 5 people in your life who are moving in that same direction, who believe in you, coaches and mentors like me and Nathan that move you to that next goal unapologetically with
Yep.
intention. And the person who are kind enough to say, you're veering. We can say it kindly, but you need someone in your world. If it's not you, hopefully it's still you, but if it's not you, someone else does course correction. It doesn't take a lot, but sometimes you need it. Now, as the year is coming up, and we're almost out of time, Nathan. As
What? No. Okay, we're gonna go an extra 2 hours tonight. No, just kidding.
But that's the thing, Nathan, is what we wanted to share with all of you, and I think we covered it very well. It's the choice is up to you. No one can truly make a difference in your world until you make that choice. Stop focusing on what you do not want. As coaches, we hear, I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't. Okay, fine. I understand you don't want it. I don't want it either.
Yep.
What do you want? And when you become very intentional on what you want, doors will open around you that will help you to that. Be aware, walk boldly, be intentional. So Nathan, my dear friend, my sweet friend that will never ever be allowed to leave me. We have 4 minutes. Do we want to sing a quick song and then you finish up with your final thoughts?
Sure. Let's sing a song.
What are we going to sing? Just a snippet.
Just a snippet. I don't know. Should we do a Christmas song? I feel like it should be a Christmas song
It
because we're
should be
going.
a Christmas song because we're only 3 days away.
It's true. What's your favorite Christmas song, Michelle?
Actually, I have a lot.
That's like the worst question to ask, Michelle. What's your favorite song? What's your favorite Christmas song? What's your favorite? Because they're all her favorite.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and but we can do a real snippet of what were we singing earlier?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. That
Or
one?
we can do Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Ooh, I like that. Have yourself a
A
merry
little
Christmas. Let your heart
Be
be
bright.
light.
Oh, I have long words.
From
now
now on, our
troubles
troubles
will
will
be
be out of
of
sight.
And
Have
yourself
yourself a
merry
merry
little
little Christmas
now.
now.
I sang too high for him.
I was trying to start it really low, and then she went.
Next time
Sorry
we'll sing-
for
next time
all
we'll
of
sing
those.
Baby
I was
It's Cold
talking about
Outside.
chalkboard earlier. We went from harmony to yeah.
No, we weren't
discord.
terrible.
No.
We were good together. So we were good. But Nathan, give us some final thoughts because honestly, I go to you for wisdom and I want the world to know that when I'm lost and confused, you're the first one I talk to. I talk to my husband, and then he says, "What does Nathan think?" So, Nathan, share your words of wisdom. We've only got 3 days to Christmas, and we've got less than we have a week till New Year's, and we've covered a lot over the evening for this past hour. Share some wisdom to the audience because they really need to connect with you. And they go to connect with Nathan, nathancookcoaching.com.
NathanCookCoaching.com. It's the place to go.
Yes. So share 2 minutes, man. 2 minutes.
All right. So we're heading into the new year. And right now there's a lot of stuff going on. You're thinking about all the things you need to get done, all the planning that you need to do. You're trying to set your goals for this next year. And here's what I want to do. I want to encourage you to stop and pause. I want you to ask yourself, who do I want to be this next year? Who do I want to be? Who do I want to show up as? Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, it's not about what you do. It's about who you are as you do it. And each and every one of you was created in a very specific way. You have a DNA, you have a pattern of greatness to give to the world, to give back to the world. And it doesn't have to be you doing something. It has to be you being who you were created to be. And here's the thing. Once you understand who you were created to be, everything else is going to fall away. Everything else falls away because here's what I know is when you understand who you are, when you understand your who you are, you'll do everything in alignment with that. And it will bring in opportunities that you never thought would be possible. You may find yourself here talking with Michelle, telling her your story. You may get up and speak for the first time. You may call a family member that you haven't talked to in years. But here's what I want to encourage you to do. Decide who you want to be now, and then start making that decision to be that person for the rest of your life, starting now.
Thank you, Nathan. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. And have yourself a merry little Christmas. And all of you out there in the world of internet and YouTube and all of this other things that you're all watching us on, please share this live stream because Nathan is just a brilliant man and you need to connect with him. If you need help, if you need coaching, mentoring, reach out to him. Go to his website, Nathan Cook Coaching, because he's got all sorts of programs you can get onto and you can connect with him because we all need a Nathan Cook in this world. And he's my very special friend that I connect to. And I'm sharing him with all of you. Now, to see you all, wishing you all a Merry Christmas if you celebrate that holiday. And if not, well, have holiday season, and we'll all see you next week, Tuesday in the United States at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, or in the Philippines, Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. Until next time, Nathan, thank you so much for being with me, and all of you, be safe, be well, and you are loved. Good night.
Good night.
Good